All right. This is part 3 of the simple way to get rid of hate. And I thought I'd take this time to talk a little bit about my direct experiences, a couple of them, with hate and assumption and fear and all that other stuff. I want to talk about where I grew up. I grew up in the South, as I've said before. I, as a kid, loved rap music. A lot of people, rap music is super popular today. Back then, I was one of the few white kids that liked rap music. Few kids that liked it. I loved basketball. And those two things I did the most. And a lot of blacks love rap music and love basketball, as I can tell you. Whites do too, but back then, mainly blacks just had appreciation for rap music. So, I would hang out with blacks more than whites, more than my white friends. I would go to the street ball, I would go to the projects, play basketball, be the only white guy on the floor. I got immersed, submerged in black culture. They were my best friends. We'd hung out after the games. I'd go to the almost all black, pretty much a black club, nightclub. I'd go dancing there with my black friends. I'd be the only white guy in the joint. So I never really had much of a prejudice. Was racist towards blacks, as you might want to call it. But I did have a prejudice, bigotry towards gay people. I will 100% admit it. I was homophobic as hell as a kid. I didn't understand them because the school I went to, or pretty much anywhere in the South, they were quiet about it. Because they were worried about how they'd be treated, understandably. So I probably had gay friends, I didn't even know it. So I didn't understand it. And then I had assumptions about it, assumptions I heard in the church, from my parents, from all over. Like I said, misinformation, ignorance, misunderstanding, all those things led me to a fear of homosexuals. Fear. All out fear. Man, what's up with other people? Keep them away. Keep those gay people away from me. I don't want them near me, man. I don't get them. I don't understand them. Give them back. I make fun of them. Make jokes. Say bad things about them. Cut them down. Get away. Get away. Ridicule them. Exile them. Never hit any. Never kicked them. But I made them feel like crap. That's for sure. I feel bad about that. That was my ignorance. Because I lived in a sheltered southern environment, even more sheltered than my private high school, where people weren't just homophobic. They were racist as hell because they didn't have any blacks around them. They lived in a private high school. I can't tell you all the fights I got in trying to help out minorities in my high school. Another story. Let's go back to my own problem. So I had a prejudice towards gay people for a long time. I moved to California to go in advertising, creative field. That's where I worked for a long time in graphic design and advertising. In advertising, a lot of different minded people, a lot of gay people work in advertising. I was forced to work with them all. I didn't have a choice. I had to work with them. I had to work with them. And I got to be friends and found out no different than anybody else. No different than anybody else. We got more in common than not, no matter who we are. Whether you're gay, whether you're black, whether you're Muslim, or Christian or not, whether you're serious, more extreme things, whether you're a felon, KKK member, homeless, our reality, our humanity bonds us more. The needs that we have, food, shelter, clothing, the needs for love, all have those in common. We can't fight that bond. We got it. It supersedes all those things. You may not like it, but it's true. And we all make mistakes. A hell of a lot of them. That's what humanity is all about. Making mistakes. This cancel culture stuff, shit's gotta stop. That's another story. I ain't getting that in here today. All right, let's go back to what I was saying. So, I was surrounded by people. I also inline skating. So some of my best friends were bisexual or gay because it was okay in California and San Francisco. I learned they're no different than anybody else. And all these fears and assumptions and my hate, somewhat hated them, disappeared, melted away. Because I saw the reality of who they were. Because I spent time with them. I got to learn that. And they're no different than me. They just love different people. It's that simple. That's simple. And it melted. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. I got rid of that prejudice. And we all have prejudice. We all got something we're kind of prejudiced about. All got it. So I say into part 2. Part 3, I'm going to talk about a process me and you can do to simply get rid of hate. Simply get rid of hate. Recap, real quick. We talked about the evolution of hate, how it comes to be from fear, from assumption, misunderstanding, which leads to a fear. That fear left unchecked can lead to even more fear. That fear goes further, it leads to hate, where you hate the person. Once you pass hate, you get destruction, you want to kill it so that thing doesn't take over you or the world, which is paranoia. So, let's get into part 3 in a bit. One love, y'all. Take care.